Aloha YouTube. This is your boy Crypto Rootz and Everything Currency. Check out his YouTube channel, Everything Currency. And already this is my YouTube channel, Crypto Rootz. And we'll be coming out with our own YouTube channel where we're uploading all the podcasts. So right now I'm in Mexico. Everything is in the US. So we're doing this online. So sorry about the audio feedback. We're going to eventually step our game up if enough people really appreciate and, you know what I'm saying, like the podcast, we'll start investing more into better quality sound and equipment. So, brother. How you been? First of all, how you been as a person? How you been mentally? Before we get into this crypto game, how are you as an individual in this day and age?
I'm good, man. You know, I'm excited. I'm you know, personally, I'm going through like this. I know a lot of people are too, but I'm going through like a transition point where, you know, things are transitioning into not really nothing bad or nothing good. It's just, you know, moving to new things, moving my spot, getting a new spot, you know. So just in a little transition space. That's, you know, chilling. Also out here in California, you know, they got we've been having these wildfires, so the smoke has been crazy, and it's been messing with everybody's lungs and everything. So, you know, just chilling. How about you, man? How you been?
It's been cool, man. I you know, just really leveling up my game, understanding what I need to do, you know, and kind of carving out, like I tell my mentees, like, yo, when you step into this crypto game, like, you kind of have to change your whole lifestyle. People like, and after a while, they're like, yo, you're right. You know, after a few sessions, they're like, my whole family or my girl, my woman, I'm talking about crypto. They don't believe in me, da 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 da. And it's like, yo, man, like that's the first trap right there. Is the people around you don't think this crypto shit's gonna pop off, or because they don't understand money, they don't understand economics, they just don't understand it. So they try to weigh you down. And I'm like, yo, when you comes to stepping your game up, you have to let people know that you're taking this crypto shit seriously and to please respect it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and
yeah, and you're actually stepping your game up. So as you know, like as you're stepping your game up and as you raise your vibration up, there's gonna be people around you who you just don't resonate with no more, because they're not gonna like the fact that you're stepping your game up. And you know, like you said, that's the first trap.
yeah, and after a while, some of my mentees, if they stick with it long enough, because most of them, their women are the ones that doubt them. Like, nah, that's stupid. Nah, that's dumb. And so after a while, if they stick with it, after a few months, they're like, yo, Roots, my woman's starting to get crypto. Yo, can you get an Ethereum domain wallet for my girlfriend now? Like, my girl just bought her first Ethereum. Like, once my mentees stick with it, later, like a few months later, they're like, yo, my girl's trying to get into this shit now. And I'm like, you see,
that's everybody. That's everybody. If she see you making money, of course, your friends. That's with anything though. Like, you know, like I told you before, like my first love is music, and it's the same thing with music. You know, nobody wants to believe in you. Nobody wants to really listen to your music until you go out there and you make something out of it. You know, and then once you come back and show them, like, here, look, this is what I was talking about. You know, like, I wouldn't even argue with my girl about it. I'd just be like, okay, for sure. You know, just later on when we chilling on the beach somewhere, you ain't gonna have shit to say.
I mean, after, and this is, you know, everybody's situation is different, but I really can't be with a woman that doesn't respect crypto. She may not have to understand everything about it, but at least she can respect it and at least like attempt to, like, you know, learn about it. Like, I gotta be with a woman who's like pretty much down with crypto. If not, like, our whole shit's because we're going to be arguing about money eventually. And it's like, you know, she won't even know what money is or where it's come from or how it's distributed. And I'm like, yo, man, I can't be dealing with someone who's not on the same financial game, or at least understanding of where this money's going and how to take advantage of all these opportunities. Like, she may not be involved in it, but like, I at least need that support and that attempt to try to understand, right? You know, and that's what, so that's, you know.
Yeah. I don't know if you read, the last thing about that, like, I don't know if you read Think and Grow Rich, but one of the main points, not the main point, but one of the points in that book was your woman has to be okay with what you're doing for your money, or else you're not going to be successful.
not just that, but yes, absolutely. The book mentioned that, but the book also mentioned having a mastermind group, having a group
Oh yeah.
that is your, so that's the next step up. Once you get your woman to agree and be down, now you got to find the group that's all down, right? So that's the next step. Once you find the woman that's down, is to find the mastermind group. And I feel like that's kind of what we're slowly building towards in our private platinum crypto mentees, chat that we're in, is that like all of us took the risk, all of us pretty much, not to be like the center of it, but my whole thing was from getting scammed. Like people didn't realize, people didn't kind of think they could trust me, right? Because who I was attached to.
Yeah.
But there's a few people who took the risk and took that risk and said invested in me and paid for my time and my knowledge. And those people are, a lot of those people are in the chat. Like, yo, you looked out for me, you trusted me, you gave me money, and now you're still here and you done leveled up. And so with that in mind, trust is how I built my business, right? You give me money, you spend money on me, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure you receive the value back, right? Because that's what I wanted, and I didn't get that, So, so with that, it's a certain integrity we all have with each other, even if we don't know each other, based on me and my story, you know what I'm saying, and my hustle. So that's good. That's good, because now I don't have to be in the chat. Other people could just be chatting all day, and I'm glad you guys connected, or able to connect, and that's beautiful, So building a brand is about building a community. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the steps.
Yeah, that's the same way that I feel about, the Telegram group that I'm building as well. I'm trying to make it a legit mastermind. That's why when it gets to a certain amount of people, I'm going to charge for people to get in, because I want to keep the trolls away. I want to keep the people who are just going to, it's okay to have fun in there, but, you got to be contributing some type of, something,
That's a slippery slope, and we can talk about it offline.
And soaking up game and really using it,
The whole letting people in for free or having to charge people, because there's all kinds of people who will be respectful, but they won't respect your time, right? So they'll all be cool, but when it's time to like pay or contribute, they'll always have an excuse. So so I give people people about the mentorship, and it's like, yo, like, you still want to try to get this shit for free because we're black, because I'm cool, because I smoke weed, and you don't want to get scammed by me, but you want me to give up all my game, right? Because
but you want some time.
It's like, nah, bro. And then they're like, oh, you're missing out on an opportunity. You're being selfish. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? How'd you come in? No, I spent years learning this crypto game. I spent years learning this shit, and then applying the information, getting results. You know what I'm saying? So of course I'm gonna ask something. And half the people don't have a problem, but you'll always get those few people who just really don't respect you on that level. And so you do have to charge. And charge from the get-go, bro. Charge from the get-go, so you won't have to deal with that stress later. We'll talk about that offline. But it's I understand exactly what you mean. And that's all the people listening, like that. And I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it real. That's to all the people listening to this podcast. Me and Everything Currency, we've been in the game, all right. And believe me, I know I have my best interests at heart, and I believe Everything Currency has your best interests at heart. So when you come to us for knowledge and information, wisdom and guidance in the crypto game, in the crypto markets, please be respectful of our time and be willing to invest. You know what I'm saying? Our rates are affordable, but just please don't come trying to vampire anything we have, because it took a lot of time and energy and struggle day after day to get to the level we're on. So please respect our time and, be willing to throw down a few bucks just for our time and energy.
Cheers to that. So let's get into this crypto game though. What we got on the menu for today?
Hold on. Do you hear that? I hear jingle bells. I hear Crypto Claus singing ho ho ho.
You hear what?
Uni uni ho ho ho.
Uniswap.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, like, like that, like next to Wi-Fi, that like pumped the heartbeat, like that pumped crypto alive. Like if I wouldn't say crypto, but like if crypto was dead, there's a few things that pumped the electric heartbeat, like just revived the energy in the whole community worldwide, and that was the Wi-Fi
Defibrillator,
and then the Uni
the
airdrop.
defibrillator to the game. Man, when that was probably the most gangster thing that I ever seen a project do right there. Uniswap, most gangster project, I'm telling you. And the price is holding up right now. Oh man, you name a project that's gonna drop coins to everybody who uses it.
Check this out though.
A billion in volume.
Check this out though. They gave more to the people who were using the platform longer and earlier. Now, what this is called, what we haven't seen before.
Yeah, for sure. If you were on B1, you got plugged.
So it's the term is called retroactive distribution. Retroactive. So if you were active back in the day, you got distributed more money. Why? Because you took the chance and you were more faithful. That's the dope part about it, right? So that's not why. And then they added liquidity mining. So that's Wi-Fi vibes, but Wi-Fi didn't have a chance to do retroactive distribution because they just launched, right? So now we're taking liquidity mining, fair launching, and then we're combining it with an even more fairer launch by paying all the old homies, all the old homegirls, even more bread for sticking with you and having faith. And the dope part, nobody knew. Nobody knew that shit was coming. People were only speculating they would come out with this token, but no one knew that it
nobody knew
that soon. You know what I'm saying? And basically, sorry to go on a rant. I'm definitely gonna let you.
Yeah.
But basically, it was a fuck you to Sushi Swap and to anyone, Uniswap, to anyone that was trying to steal Uniswap's liquidity. It was a big fuck you. It was a big fuck you. Right? It was a big dick up in you, and I don't want to go that far, but it was a big fuck you. Like, how dare you try to come and no.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was definitely a power move for sure. That was a power move right there. It was like, oh, wait, you guys want to put a token on top of what we built? Nah. We're gonna put a token on top of what we built. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. And
not only that, we're going to do the best marketing in the world. We're going to drop it to everybody. We're going to have the most fair distribution ever. You ever used Uniswap once? Here's some for you. Here's some for you.
Exactly. And I feel that is the real meat of it, right? Is that people who were barely in the game, the people who took one chance and used Uniswap. Just if you took that chance and held on to your private keys, right? You got rewarded handsomely. So handsomely, the fact that I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little peeved that I didn't fuck up my MetaMask and use a different account to use Uniswap. No, I was actually very.
I had two.
Go ahead.
When I logged, I had three of them. So when I logged into that second one and I saw that I could collect a whole nother one, I was like, no way. When I logged, and then the third one, it didn't have nothing, but I was just happy to get the two. You feel me? I was just like, this is crazy.
Wait, I was so good about using one account, like ever since I started with this MetaMask and Ethereum, that I was like, damn, I was like sitting in bed, like, did I open up any account and use Uniswap? And I'm like, no, you didn't. Fuck. Right? But at the same time, that's a certain fallacy in the trader's mind. Is like bias, a certain bias about the past that you can't get over, right? But the way to balance that upsetness, sorta, is be like, yo, I'm one of the few people who even got a Uniswap drop. Out of all the millions of people out there that are struggling right now, I'm the one who got like damn near $3,000, right? Like, so just be happy.
Not only that, there's people in crypto who never use Uniswap. You know, there's a ton of people. Like, I'm in another trading group that's about 4,000 people, and nobody in there, like barely anybody in there, use Uniswap.
And so that's what I wanted to bring up. The Maxis, the salt coming from the Maxis is getting saltier and saltier, bro. So much to the point where no, listen, on crypto Twitter today, I at least saw about 3-4 different Bitcoin Maxis account, all threatening to go legal on Ethereum and decentralized exchanges. How is it not a security?
What do you mean?
They want to enforce legalization regulations on Ethereum, Bitcoin Maxis. I've seen
You got people.
Bro, that's how
There's
salty they
people.
are. Yes, that's how salty they are.
How does a Bitcoin maxi want to go to the government? That's the most backwards shit that I've heard.
I'll send you the screenshot, bro. Few of them. How is it not a security? How is airdropping not a security? How is decentralized? This is all from Bitcoin maxis. They are so upset, and the salt is just saltying, bro. Like it's so. I mean, like, how you going to be defending Bitcoin and then, you know, build your whole career, but then you see another project just blowing your shit out the water. You want to run to the fucking government to tell it to stop. Man, you done lost your fucking mind, bro.
That's the most ridiculous thing that I've heard in crypto so far, and I've heard some ridiculous things.
Bro, I'm gonna find you the screenshots. I'm gonna show you. So now they're echoing.
Like Bitcoin is all about
Exactly, bro.
Bitcoin is all about decentralization and staying away from the government. How the hell are you that much salty? Oh man,
that's how bad the salt is though on the maxis though, especially after this airdrop. They did not like to see that free money go to everybody else but them because they don't want to admit that they're too stuck in their own ignorance, right? And that's what's happening.
I will say this.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say one more thing about the sushi swap. I mean, not the sushi swaps and the Muna swaps and all that. Actually, there was one that actually pumped along with Uniswap, and they decided instead of working against Uniswap, they decided that they wanted to work with Uniswap, and that was Falcon Swap, and they went up 50% today, along with the Uni price.
And also the beast slowly kills itself. Coinbase and Binance had no other choice but to list Uni token the moment it dropped. That's what's really been pumping the price.
Oh yeah.
They had no other choice. The beast had no other choice. But
I think Uniswap.
Go ahead.
I think Uniswap had that planned out like all along, like because let's be real, like at the end of the day, like Coinbase and Binance, they already know like it's a situation of get down or you know.
Yeah.
Or get beat down, you know, beat down or get beat down, you know. So they gotta be with the program. They gotta be delivering products that work along with Uniswap, you know, or else you're gonna be a thing of the past.
Well, not just that. Check this out. What happened this week? Coinbase Pro is no longer gonna pay the gas fees on behalf of the users. The users have to pay their own gas fees now. You want to talk about fucking your platform?
Oh yeah,
bro, it's about to get nasty.
Yeah.
About to get down. First of all, let us own all your crypto. Let us own all your identity and privacy, and then you got to pay high gas fees on top of that. Only idiots are gonna. Only uneducated people are gonna try to still be using Coinbase, paying high gas fees, giving away.
Yeah,
all the
because
data because they don't own the crypto. It's a rat, Coinbase. It's a motherfucking rat. Plus, you're listing.
You know what? When it comes to
centralized exchange on your exchange, it's a wrap, Coinbase.
Look, when it comes to that too, like, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
High gas fees, stealing all your data, owning your crypto, and acting like you're the
Yeah, no, that's a ticket to death right there.
How long you give Coinbase and Binance in this crypto game? How many years you think they got left?
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say because I think the thing about it is, like you said, like there's gonna be some dumbasses who still trade there, and the thing about that is like there's people in this game who don't understand how the regulations are set up or even how this thing works. Like there's people, like I have friends who literally, if I tell them about a coin or something, like when Wi-Fi came out, say, oh, you should buy Wi-Fi. Oh, is it on Coinbase? No. get it on Uniswap. Is that regulated? So they automatically think if it's not regulated, it's illegal.
Hey, we got no
And I'm
time.
like,
We got no time for those people, man. We can't slow down for those people. They're slowing themselves down.
yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying. I'm still going. I'm still going. I'm just like, look, like there's a lot of people out there who that's how they feel. They won't touch other exchanges, and I'm like, you have to understand the regulations are the government doesn't even know what the hell is going on yet. They're still trying to figure out. They don't. That's what there's uncertainty. That's what that means. You know, they don't have. Is there a law against buying Ethereum over here? You won't find it. You know what I mean?
Because people don't understand that it's all backed by cryptography, and all cryptography is just math. So all this is math. It's the laws of math which governs cryptography and cryptocurrency. And so when people are like, they just don't understand how deep the level in the game goes, and encryptions and private keys and asymmetric cryptography. Like once you in elliptic curve cryptography. So like once you get that deep in the level of understanding of the programming and math behind it, you're absolutely so secure. Like you feel like you're so certain about the technology that there's no doubt in your mind that could ever like once you understand how the technology works, you can actually breathe easier, trade easier, do everything, because you understand that math is there for a reason, and it governs this whole universe. So it's protecting your money as much as possible, right? From any government, from any those private keys. So but you can't try to teach people that, because they're not going to be open, because they're stuck in an old reality, and some people are going to die. Some people are going to die down on the Titanic ship. They're not going to jump off. They're not going to go different lifeboats such as cryptocurrency. They're going to die down with the ship, and it's because of their own ignorance. No matter how much you try to save people, like they gotta just at least use Uniswap once. And the people who took that chance were like, "Yo, I'm never going back." The people who got that Uniswap, right, who did one trade or whatever, they're never going back. You just dopamine hook them, and on a drug, and believe me, they're gonna be the biggest users for the rest of their lives. After that shit, you it's a different game now. Literally, I know for a fact, after that Uniswap shit, it's a whole different game. It's a whole different game.
Yeah, no, shit changed for sure. Like it just came like you said, it pumped a whole different life into crypto. That was like, look, I have people who watch my channel who were literally telling me straight up, like, yo, I don't really have that much money to invest. I probably got like $100 a month to invest. You just got $1,500 at least. You know what I mean? Like you just changed your whole situation. Now you can move money around in different things. Now you can liquidity farm and see what that's all about. Now you can start stepping your game up. Like you just got to boost in stepping your game up. If you're somebody who didn't really have it like that. You know what I mean?
And that's the ideal situation. That's the best case scenario. But let's be real. If you're new, first of all, most people aren't going to cash out. Let's be honest. The greed will just first years, right? Why? No, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. Price goes down. No, it'll go back up. So you got a group of those people who got the free money, who just never cash out the free money, right? And then you got people who lost the private keys, who got the free money, but lost this is the reality of it, right? So
then you got those people, like there's a ton of people who got it and who sold right away.
Absolutely.
Who got it and were just, hey, I got my money, and they walked away from the table with the whole $1,200, and now look, it's worth $2,500.
Like $3,000 almost.
So it's like a lot of people cashed out right at $1,200. I'm like, at least you should have cashed out half, but I can't tell you what to do. It's your money, But at the end of the day, it's like you just got a little taste of the game. You should not be, done already. That was just a little taste of the game.
And on top of that, the gas fees are so high for some people that for me, moving all that shit around, the gas fees took a bite of my profit. And it's going to hurt for newer people who aren't used to that. So it's just because you got free money in the crypto game doesn't really equal USD in your bank account, So, and some people who are holding, some of my mentees are holding, and that's great. So, you know, it was better for me for the transaction to wait 12 hours because the price went up. I was nervous it would go down, but the fact that it took so long and gas was so high and everything, it actually did me a benefit to some degree.
Yeah, same here, because it didn't, like, for me, I didn't get it right away. So once I seen what the price was going to do, it started going up, and I was like, you know what? I'm holding on to this because I see that there's excitement surrounding this. And like I said, I'm in a group of people where it's 4,000 people. It's a paid group. There's 4,000 people in there, and they're legit traders. And I would say only 10% of them actually got the Uniswap drop. So when the token dropped, they were so excited about it and trying to buy it. Look, where can I buy it? Where can I buy it? They were trying to buy it at, you know, what is it, $3, $4, and a lot of them got it, you know, and they doubled their money already, you know.
Exactly. And, with that, so now we're seeing, first of all, the future of governance and the future of money distribution from the government. Governance. Like, this is the future, man. And so here's a futuristic prediction. When I say futuristic, I'm talking about in the next 6 months to a year, bro. With the innovation of what's coming out, I see a whole new entrepreneur job. Let me just say a job. Personal job. Personal job. And what is that personal job? Like, I'm just dropping alpha right now. What I mean is, first of all, these governance tokens, you get paid to vote. Let's be real. And what you're voting on is how the system can function and run better to make more money, right?
Yeah.
So, and then if you hold the governance token, you collect fees. Like with Uniswap, you collect a zero. With Uniswap right now, I'm not sure if you know this. So you know it charges a 0.3% fee, right, on every trade, correct?
Yeah.
Now it's already in the code that there's a toggle switch on and off. It's a 0.05% fee toggle switch that'll take away from that 0.3%. You still with me? So 0.05%. Right now, that toggle switch is off. So once that's on, that's the fee that Uniswap itself is going to be taken from every trade. Right now, it's off. So all the money goes to the liquidity providers. Now, the government has to vote. The governance has to vote to turn that switch on, right? That'll take 0.05% of every trade, of every single trade on Uniswap. And all that money will go to the Uniswap governance holders. So you're talking about voting, like literally, if you own Uni, everybody's gonna vote to turn that switch on, and everybody's gonna get paid for holding Uni when that switch is on off every single fucking trade, bro. Like, easy. So what I'm saying is, hear me out. What I'm saying is, it'll be a full-time job, pretty much, working for the governance of all these various projects. Wi-Fi governance. I'm talking about you're reading proposals all day. You're writing proposals. You're reviewing proposals. You're voting on proposals. Then you're doing that with ZZZ. You're reading proposals. You're writing proposals. Same thing with Aave. Once Aave drops. Same thing with Uni. So pretty much you'll spend most of your time reading proposals, adding on to the governance, being a part of the governance, and then making money from all these different governance projects and all the liquidity. So like literally, I see that being like a board of directors. Like you're just sitting there and you're reading proposals and you're getting paid all day to do so. Like that's going to happen within the next 6 months to a year, because all these governance, you could sit there and I really think make a healthy living with these governance tokens, their market evaluation and the liquidity minings and the staking. Like that's it. Like that's what there's so much to go over, but that's what I think. Governance, proposals, entrepreneurships, jobs, where you just sit there and you just go through proposals, you vote, you stake, you liquidity mine, and you figure out how to make more money, how the whole community. And you do that with 5 different or 6 different communities. What are your thoughts on that?
No, that sounds like exactly, I mean, that could definitely be a full-time job. You know what I mean? And even for people who don't like read proposals or whatever, you know, you have delegated staking platforms. So you could delegate your stake to somebody. Like if I wanted to, it's like I could go ahead and delegate my stake to Rootz and say, hey, look, you know what you're doing. Like, you know how to read these proposals better than me. I can delegate my stake to you. You know what I mean? And then you can go ahead and be in control of, my votes, and you can get somebody you trust to delegate the stake for you. You make less money, but at the same time, it's like you're in so early.
But at the same time, you make more money in the long run because whoever you're delegating your vote to is making the best decision for the ecosystem, which makes you more money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, in the long run, it doesn't even matter, because even though it's like the percentage that you're making is gonna be less than, like, the percentage that I'll be making will be less than you if I'm delegating my stake to you, but that doesn't matter because the percentage that I'm getting is still gonna be substantial, and I could, and if I don't like the way that you're delegating or the votes that you made, because I could always go and check the blockchain, then I can go ahead and, delegate my stake to somebody else, and by the time that these platforms start getting used more and more for what they're actually built for, like in the actual real world, when people start getting real world loans and, doing real world lending and stuff on these projects, on these crypto projects, you see the valuations start getting even more higher, and the value of the project even becomes more. So once the regular people start using Aave for their regular day-to-day loans or their payday loan or whatever, you're the one governing that whole system. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I think that's gangsta shit, bro. I think that's gangsta shit.
Because when it's like, when you're saying, hey, I want to be the bank, look, this is what crypto is allowing you to do. You're actually being the bank. Right now, you got some bankers somewhere who own the bank. You know what I mean? That could be you if you own these governance tokens. You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy? Like, and we're so early to the point where you say, hey, the most of the property loans and shit like that, that's all going to be coming out on these platforms in the future, is not even built yet, bro. Yeah. It's not even built yet. That's how early you are to start learning about all this and to start getting your game up in all this.
Absolutely. And to throw a little boomerang in there, when this Neuralink shit pops off, it's gonna be a whole different game, right? Like with crypto and Neuralink, oh man, you're talking about a decentralized Neuralink. I'm tripping over the centralized Neuralink, right? They'll control you and whatever, but a decentralized one, man, I mean, shit could go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you already got. I don't know if you're into AGI, but Singularity.net, it's a decentralized artificial intelligence network that's ran by one of the most, like, some of the most smartest names in artificial intelligence, and they're going for this whole idea of, artificial singularity, where, these computers can actually make computations, and, this computer can do 1 million experiments in a second.
Yeah,
so,
I checked the website out. It is.
Yeah, so it's like one, and it's all decentralized. You can go in there and use parts of the network and build your own AIs in whatever type of way that you want to,
Yeah, that's a whole nother industry. That's a whole nother industry that I feel needs. Yeah, so that's why I'm getting into projects like Ocean, right? Data marketplaces, data economy, non-fungible token, data as collateral, right? Data access rights, data royalties. So I really feel Ocean's going to pop that off. And then RWS, like Robonomics Web Services, AI, cyber physical systems, like that's what excites me. Is new markets, emerging markets that are just about to come out. Because
DAG,
go ahead.
I gotta throw DAG in there. Like, DAG is, like the most thing that use the most data is the Air Force. They're producing, what they say, like 1 million terabytes per minute or something like that. And DAG is, the front runner up to be used in that whole system. You know, so like along with Ocean and Dag, those are some of my early plays that I really, you know, kept still keeping an eye on as they develop what they're developing over there.
Yeah, that's what I don't talk about that much, but like eventually I'm gonna go deeper into that kind of on my channel is the whole AI and robotics and IoT, because that's what really excites me. I do like to focus on crypto, but crypto ties into everything, right? Anything that can send and receive data.
Exactly.
Like you can send money, right? So your refrigerator can send money to your coffee machine to your washer and dryer. It's called microtransactions. And IOTA was trying to do something like that, but IOTA's been out of the game, man. You heard of IOTA, right?
Yeah, no, IOTA's been they dropped some new developments recently. I've been keeping an eye on IOTA because one of the things that excites me the most, like besides all the DeFi and all the financial products and stuff that's going on, like I feel like you said, like crypto is everything, and you know, IOTA with the IoT and the systems like that, you know, they're partnered with a lot of big companies, and I feel like in the crypto space, we just expect things to move so fast that, you know, we forget that when you're these Fortune 500 companies, like sometimes it takes 5 years to get approval just to start doing experiments, you know, so, you know, and I know that firsthand because I worked for a small company that was trying to come up and you know, build some new products. And sometimes it just, you can have the product ready to go, done, you know it works, but it's going to take time for you to get regulatory approval, even to just say anything about it, you know? So,
Exactly.
that's something that, you know, IoT is like something that's like, dude, once you have autonomous vehicles and IoT, I could send my car to Whole Foods and say, pick up my groceries, and my car will drive up. Some robot will deliver and put the food in my car. My car will pay the robot, and my car will drive back to me. You know, like all that's being built, and it's not far away. You know.
And you'll always have a group of hackers taking any technology and open sourcing it, decentralizing it. So I'm not too worried about a major dystopian future, because I believe there's enough people on the rebellious side, and you know that are still intelligent and that are really going to just create the technology and give it open source, like Satoshi's, right? Like just take technology and give it to everybody versus use it to control them. Like, so you'll always have this good and bad, evil technology against the people. But, you know, the people need to be educated. They need to be aware. People like me, keeping them on top of the game, letting them know that, you know, so many people are still stuck in the dark ages when it comes to money and finance. And you can't exactly, I live in Mexico, man. So you can't exactly tell, like, it's just like, it's better. Like, I see people struggling, and I want to go up to them and be like, yo, just buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum. I don't, like, just trust me, just do it, figure it out, just do it, you'll thank me later. I want to go and save, like, but I'm no crypto savior, I'm no crypto Jesus Christ, you know, but sometimes I think about being it. Sometimes I think about being it. But there's a way to approach people, there's a way to kind of, you know, but you want to look out for people, and you want to do the best you can, but you can't force upon them. Like, you know, it's almost like crypto's a drug. Like, here, take a hit of this weed. Like, no, I heard bad things about weed. Trust me, it's not that bad.
No, try it. You'll like it if you try it.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
It's like, that's how I am with all my boys. It's like, that's how I am with all my boys. And at the end of the day, like, I just look at it like, you know, when it comes to investing and trying to get your paper up in general, it's like a lot of people initially jump into crypto because they're looking for a way to get their paper up. And crypto's an excellent place to begin because it'll teach you about finances all around. It'll teach you about the financial market. It'll teach you about markets in general, how trading works.
It'll teach you about computer science.
Yeah, it can teach you about computer science. It can teach you, like, just from watching a couple videos, you can start learning the basics of coding, you know, and it's like, with all of that being said, it's like you still have people who have been in this game for 4 or 5 years who saw 4 or 5, you know, 2 or 3 bull runs, and they still broke.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, you have to say, you know what? It's because it's more than just the money. It's a mindset. You have to have a good mindset about money. You have to think money's okay. You can't be worried about, oh, robots are going to steal my job. No, robots have to be built by somebody. So then why don't you just build robots? For me, I feel like the more robots that take all these stupid jobs away, then the more we can get back to living. You know what I mean? So I think people just if you have a negative mindset overall, then, getting into crypto is not going to help your money situation,
And another small subconscious flaw. It's like, it's a subconscious, because when I teach new people about crypto, they're afraid of big numbers. And most people never say that, but once they're looking at it, seeing it, like I'm like, what's the market cap? And people are like, and they don't even know how to say the hundreds of billions of dollars, million. And it's like, like, I haven't said this large of a number since I was in high school, right? Like, I'm like, dang it, bro, it's just numbers. Don't be afraid of don't be numbers. And once you realize they're just numbers, then you could really be like, it doesn't matter. Like it's $100,000. Like, no, it's just numbers on the screen. Yeah, it's a lot. You get it, but like, it's just, be open about it. You're gonna see big numbers. You're gonna see big numbers all the time. Maybe big numbers in your account. Just get used to it. Don't be afraid of it. But you'll realize most people are only used to seeing 3 or 4 digit numbers, right?
Yep.
$22.
And they don't like to say, like you said, they don't like, because when it comes to bills too, it's like people don't like to say, oh, the bill's expensive. They don't want to say how much it is, but it's like, you just got to be real about it. Hey, look, my student loans are 50 racks right now. You know what I mean? It's $50,000. Fuck it. At the end of the day, I'm about to throw 500 into this crypto. 500? Yeah, 500. I'm gonna probably make, 20K back by the time I'm done within a couple of years off of this 500. So I'm not tripping. Like I can have 20K in my bank account. What will I do with, you have to, people actually don't have those thoughts when they're coming from the hood or coming from places where, they never really had money like that. So those are things that you got to start bringing into your realities. You know what I mean? Like, how much money is a lot of money to you? How much money do you really want? How much do you need? And, and to really be living your best life, how much do you need a month?
And that's the crazy thing about numbers. As soon as you get a larger number, you're always much more aware of how much other larger numbers there are out there. So you still feel small. And that's just the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing. Like, when I got $100,000, I'm like, damn, I only have $100,000, man. Damn, I got like 1 million. Man, shit, how do I get a whole million? Like, what the fuck do I need to do? Like,
you're like, that's it. You're like, damn, bro, I'm that far from $1 million. That's all right. Okay.
All right.
I gotta step it up.
You're no longer thinking about from $10 to $100,000. You're thinking, damn, I'm at $100,000. And then you realize in America, shit's expensive, man. So you start
realizing how little,
like you buy a new car and
you start realizing 10K is not that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I live out of the country, is to stretch the money. And so far, and that's I want to bring that up.
I'm trying to get out the country too, man.
I want to bring that up. Is I pretty much trade, I pretty much trade currencies for a living, right? Like, because I have my money in DeFi, I have money in Ethereum, then I have some in Bitcoin, and then some in the USD and pesos. So I'm constantly moving money in and out and around from different currencies and having to manage all that and the exchange rates. And at first it was difficult when you live out, but after a while, it's become art. Being able to move decentralized money, pesos to USD, from pesos to USD, converting other people's currencies that want to. So it becomes an art. Money just becomes this value thing that just has different forms, digital and physical. And there's always loopholes. There's always little things you got to do. Like, they only use cash here, so I literally physically have to go 15 miles to a bank I still have to do this. The crypto dude, I still have to go to a bank and pull out cash money to go and pay all my landlords and everything, because they don't use debit cards, they don't use banks, and they don't use cryptos. So it's always a constant reality check, going from this crypto shit to actually still having to go 15 miles to the bank and back, right? In a little taxi just to go. And I'm like, yo, it's so inconvenient. So it's a constant reminder just how far we are behind and how ahead I am in everyday situations.
Yeah, it's like that's how it was when I went to the bank the other day. You know, it was like I went to the bank and I was just like, man, I'm at the bank, you know, like, and then I had to talk to the banker or whatever, and I'm trying to set up an account, and they're just like, oh, you know, like, well, what do you do? You know, your pay stub, you know, you know, you says you make this much, and you know, I'm like, what you know my business for, bro? Sign me up for the account so I can get up out of here. Like, you know, like I feel like, you know, why do I even have to answer any of these questions?
Exactly.
You know, like.
It's yeah, I call it economic slavery. We're data economic slaves, economic data slaves, right? So we're slaves to the economy, but the data is how we're being slave. They own all our data, you know, and so by owning your data, you're able to monetize your data. This is the basic, you know, but so it's how do we get out of that? How do we get out of being economic data slaves, right? Where all our data is just being just raped from us, essentially, and we are not able to monetize it, and it's actually used to keep us slaves to the system. So
I would say it's used against us, actually. Like, it's actually actively used against us, our data.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind
of, the future seems as dark as it seems bright. To be honest, for me right now, it seems pretty damn dark.
So I think,
but there's so much,
you know,
crazy
like,
shit going on, you know.
Yeah, I just got to look at the light, you know what I mean? Because there's always going to be, like, if you can go back through history, and for every good event, you're going to see a bad event right next to it. So it's like, it just depends on which one you're going to concentrate on. And I'm just going to concentrate on the good events, you know, and keep it pushing like that, you know?
Yeah, things happen metaphysically that end up protecting you when you're constantly focused on a lot on the good side, right? Like, there's a lot of things that can protect you without getting into like too metaphysical, but there's some things that really kind of save your ass because of how optimistic your viewpoint is, right? About life.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So just to wrap it up, one more thing I want to bring up is that some of my best alpha for people who don't know, I just recently found out, is like crypto gems that a few people know about. Right? Because it's all about getting early on the best thing, right? So they call it alpha. It's funny how crypto Twitter, some of the best accounts I follow are fucking meme accounts. Some of the best accounts are dropping the best game, are like just random meme avatars. So it's like, yo, these people who are these people who are just it's a meme based account, whatever. You know, and I'm like, yo, like, you're getting, like, even my account, people get a lot of game, and I have the Elon Marley, I got the meme so I'm part of the spread of the meme disease of money making, right? Some of these memes make you fucking money, and it's no wonder a lot of people aren't making money in the crypto game or at all, because they were like, I would never trust the meme to give me financial advice online that I don't know, like, you know. And it's like, it's like, you're right, I really do, but why do I? And it's actually kind of working, like, you know, so
that's what it ended up being crazy about DeFi. It ended up happening. You're like, did I just make $2,000 on popcorn coin? Like, did I really? What does it do? I don't know, but I just, you know what? I'm cool. Yeah.
No, I had to stake my LP token. What's an LP token? It's a liquidity. I'll tell you later. Well, then I had to stake a certain type of LP token. But then, like, you try to explain it, people like, what? Who told you to do that? This frog account on Twitter told you to do this? Put money. You put $300 into something this frog account told you to do. You know, like, no, I could see why people would never ever consider that. But what happens is that some of the shit.
Well, because if you tell somebody, look, because even the most legit trader or the most legit investor, if you tell them, look, hey, take $1,000 and throw it into liquidity on Uniswap, then it's going to give you a token. The Uniswap pool is going to pay you from all the fees from the Uniswap pool. Then you take the token, stake it in, Curve,
Yeah.
and that's going to give you another token. And if you get a Curve token, and you can take that token and stake it in Wi-Fi, and you'll get interest on that. And they're going to be like, man, shut up.
You're on drugs.
How is that sustainable? And then you have to explain to them, okay, look, well, it all goes back to the consensus.
Damn. I can see why people just like, no fucking way. But the people who are and we can spot, once you're on enough, you can spot bullshit from a mile away. You're like, nah, this account's just, versus like somebody like, and generally, and then the memes build up, like the Chads thrown on another thing. And at this point, if your project doesn't have some sort of meme to it, I don't trust it. If you don't have a meme section in your Discord, if you don't have a meme section in your Discord, or if you don't have a meme as your avatar in some way, I don't fucking trust it at this point. You know what I'm saying?
That's hella funny. Hey, honestly, the most funniest meme coin out there is the Chad VC token on Polkadot.
Oh wow,
bro!
You gotta send me
check out. I'll send you the link. Check out that token, bro. Just the website itself is fucking hilarious, bro. And you get you get different levels of Chad. There's like Supreme Chad, wow. Ultimate Supreme Chad, and they have like different illustrations for it and everything. So it's like, and people are just like, how does this make money? And I'm just like, bro, first of all, I don't know if you know, but like entertainment is one of the biggest money makers in the world. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never.
And I'm entertained.
I never thought about that. Yeah. And
I'm entertained. Like when you're you're entertained, and then now with this decentralized platforms, it's like instead of all the money going to MTV or YouTube or Instagram, it's coming back to you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're witnessing some interesting times. I'm excited to see what happens. I call it zombie money because DeFi doesn't sleep. Like there's always something going on. That's why we got to keep dropping these podcasts every week, because there's just a world of shit to talk about after 7 days of trying to catch people up and going over it. So we're gonna wrap it up today. Would you like to say anything on before we head on out?
No, none really. Just subscribe to Crypto Rootz, subscribe to Everything Currency. The Telegram group link is in my bio, and hit us up for the mentorships. You can get mentorships from me. You can get mentorships from Rootz, or
both of us.
You can get double mentorships. Hit us up for that. And more to come.
Also, if you would like to promote any brands, any legit brands, clothing wise, I guess organic types of products and whatnot, let us know, email us, and we can throw your brand on the podcast before, middle, and after. All right, people. Much love, and leave some comments down below. Let us know if you like it, and if we should keep doing this and start our own YouTube channel, and maybe have our own token on the Ethereum blockchain. Blessings. Take care.
Peace.